Yo, what's going on, everyone? Nonetheless here, bringing you guys back here to the anime review. Today we're going to be having Haikyuu, the second season, episode 1. If you guys are enjoying this video, though, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and leave feedback down below. I always love hearing the feedback, as well as you guys let me think, what do you think of the Tokyo Japanese team, which Ushiwaka, which I'm assuming is the ace? I'm assuming. I don't really say who he was, but point is, though, is this episode did kind of roll off with where season 1 ended, which I liked because I liked the recap, just in case. I always like recaps and do season 2, because a lot of people sometimes forget what happens at the end of season 1 and season 2 comes out. Like, I'm a person who completely forgets. Like, I need to see a recap at the beginning of season 2, episode 1, not the whole episode, just a good 5 minutes, which they did, which is great, rather than a One Piece 15-minute episode recap, and then the last 5 minutes are new episode. It's like, come on, One Piece, why do you still do that? Point is, though, is that, well, I was over-exaggerated, but you know what I meant. Basically, you know what I meant. Point is, though, is that I liked the recap they did in the beginning. That's what really made me like this episode. I needed it. I needed it because the last time this came out was what? Like early in this year is when this ended. I think late last year in 2014 or early 2015, I think, is when season 1 ended. I don't really know. But when I first watched season 1, it was absolutely great, and I knew that I had to watch season 2. This is a great sports anime too, by the way. I definitely encourage you all to watch it. It's a very good sports anime. But pretty much, what is it? Hinata and Kageyama, they got whooped by Jalba, Team Jalba last time, you know? And this time, what is it? This time they're practicing in order to get inside of the nationals, but their grades suck. Like, these guys are just stupid. And, you know, it makes sense because everybody who's like a huge, like, sports head generally isn't smart when it comes to anime. When it comes to anime, so nobody get offended. When it comes to anime, I say when it comes to anime, nobody get offended. Nobody get offended. People who primarily play sports instead of animes, they're really not smart. I mean, there's always that few people that are smart, like, you know, the smart ass ones, they're usually smart. Or like the really cocky Sasuke wannabe ones, they're usually smart. Except for Kageyama, which is so weird. He's not smart. Point is, though, is they need their grades to be good. You know, they need their grades to be good, or, you know, it really isn't going to be the best, you know? They're not going to be able to make it to nationals. They're not going to be able to go to Tokyo and play the away games if their grades are not good. Now, this is kind of correlating into episode 2 as well, because episode 2 is where it comes to the grades, and they get the quote-unquote new manager. She hella cute, I'm not gonna lie. I just watched the episode, though, and I forgot her name. I'm more along into season 1, though. They're running this up a hill, and they meet some Ushiwaka guy, which I'm assuming he's the ace for a team in Tokyo, and they're so good. They're out of the prefecture. They're facing college teams. That's how good they are. They're nasty. And this guy's all here like showboat. He's like, oh, guys, you guys suck. Oh, you'll never be as good. Oh, we saw your admission, Kageyama. We'd rather have the other guy instead from Jalba because you suck. I'm just like, tear him apart. Kageyama is like Naruto high key. So it's like, tear him apart. Oh no, he's like Sasuke. Kageyama's like Sasuke, and the ace, or the best setter from Jalba, I forget his name, he is pretty much like Itachi, and he just wants to beat him and pass him, you know, and all that stuff. I'm just like, oh my god, there's always a Sasuke. But like, it's shonen. This anime does have shonen in the genre as well, so of course there's always going to be a Sasuke in Naruto, and Hinata seems like the Naruto wanted to be the best and proving everybody that, you know, and wanted to stand out. Point is, though, is that they did decline his admission, and he did not get in. They wanted the other guy. I was just like, tear him apart, yo. I'm not gonna lie, I laughed at this part. This part was hilarious, alright? And people don't find it hilarious. My humor is very weird. I laughed so hard at this part, because I'm just like, bro, he roasted you, Kageyama. He said you suck. He said you suck, you emo ass. He teared him apart. Yo, he really teared him apart. I wasn't ready for that. And then out here, Hinata's all like showboat. He's like, oh, so you're saying we're pretty much the concrete, you know? And if we're not the ace, we ain't shit? Because usually the ace is the best one. So if the ace is shit, the whole team is shit. But if the team is strong, the ace can bring out the best of that team, you know, is what he is saying. Or no, the setter can do that. The setter can do that. There we go. The setter. The setter is a very important part when it comes to volleyball. I played my share fair of volleyball. I'm not gonna lie. I played it in middle school. I was on a team. Not gonna lie. Point is, though, is that the setter is a huge refinement of the team. That's how volleyball, basics of volleyball goes. Like, that's not even anime over exaggeration. It's actually truth. The setter usually is the fine refinement of the entire team. If the setter sucks, the entire team sucks. If the setter is good and the team is even better than him, then he can bring out the full potential of the team. You know, it's basic volleyball 101. point is though, is that he just tore him apart. He not to just go showboating. Someone tossed the ball at Ushiwaka. He had to zips out there and grabs the ball. I was like, yo, I love this scene. I love this. Can I replay this? I love that scene so much because he just showboated right in front of him, dude. He pretty much said, all right, dude, I'm a badass. You don't see it. Here I go. And he did it right in front of his face. I was like, oh my God, bro. I love when he not the, I love, no. I just love when the shonen characters do that. Everybody always underestimate them and they bring out their full potential. I love that so much. I love the aura and the feeling of that so much. Great scene 101. Absolutely amazing. He's saying, we'll see you in Tokyo and we'll blow you away. I was like, oh my God, I cannot wait till they're gonna fight though. I was like, all right, when they fight Jabba again, that's gonna be great. When they fight Nekoma again, that's gonna be great, all right? But now when they're gonna fight this Ushiwaka team, yo, I'm hyped for that. So hyped for that. But if you guys did enjoy this review, that's gonna be it. If you enjoyed the review, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new. Go watch this anime. Go watch season 1 and then watch season 2. I highly recommend it. It is a very good sports anime. And actually somewhere this week I should have top 5 sports animes coming out. So look out for that. And leave your feedback down below. And with that being said, guys, I'll catch you all next time.